Hey everybody, I'm back, and I'm back to do a couple of readings, but I'm going to do one and then I'm going to do the other because I don't think I have time to put them all up. I don't think it will go up, you know what I mean? Like if I do the two readings on the one reel, I don't think it will go up. It will be too long and it just won't go up for me because it's kind of the way it goes. That's my pooch that you hear. And she's talking out the window because she sees a cat. So I'm here first off, I'm going to do a reading. I was asked to do a reading on the blood moon eclipse and see how that's going to affect our elections. Like, how is that going to affect the U.S. and its elections? Because it's falling on, our elections. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And then I'm going to put that up. And then after I put that up, the second reading that I'm going to do and put up is a reading. I was asked to look at Nova Scotia and see if they were in martial law. But also, I was asked to see if we were going to be seeing the EBS happen before 2023. So I might be able to fit the EBS thing onto one or the other. And yeah, so anyways, we'll see. But this one's going to be about the eclipse, the blood moon eclipse, and how that's going to affect our U.S. elections. So we know that eclipses mean that we're going into the darkness. We're facing the darkness to see what's in the darkness, right? I mean, that's what the eclipses are all about, really. It's the shadow work. It's the shadow work. So starting 2 years ago with 2020, when I believe that we came into Revelations, we have had a lot of stuff in the skies really impacting us here in the U.S. And I think that's because of the prophecies. There's so many prophecies around our government, right? So let's take a peek. I don't want to say too much about the eclipse. I just want to see what the universe has to say to us about this eclipse and how it's going to be affecting our elections, which are tomorrow, November 8th. Today is November the 7th. And I would have done this a little sooner, but the truth of the matter is, I've got some struggles going on in my life right now. And I just couldn't. I've been tied up doing other things. So that's that. My little pooch has been really, really sick, and I've been spending almost all my time healing her, and working with her, and just working with her. She's really, really sick. So if anybody wants to send her prayers and love and healing, I know I would really, really appreciate it, because she is the love of my life, her and all the other animals that have graced me with their presence in my life, for sure. So yeah, I don't want to talk too much about the eclipse because I don't want to bias the reading, you know what I mean? So I want to see what the universe wants to tell us about the eclipse. Now, if you guys haven't looked into the eclipse, the blood moon eclipse in Taurus, Pam Gregory is an excellent astrologer, and I highly recommend her. I love Pam's work. So that's just me. I love Pam's work. So anyways, let's see what the universe wants to say to us right now about this blood moon eclipse and how it's going to be affecting the U.S. elections, where it's fallen right there, right on our election. All right, let's see. Well, it's going to bring a lot of healing. It's going to bring a lot of healing. Hyper-focusing attention on the bad guys, you guys. Isn't that interesting? We'll have victories. Some balance will be created. Listen, this is crazy. Not really. And this is never crazy, but I just love what we get for cards. I can't help it. I just do. So, representing the question, how I read the cards, and what these cards mean to me. I said, how is this blood moon eclipse in Taurus going to affect us, our elections here in the United States, right? Because it falls right on our elections. So we got the Empress. So it's going to be bringing us great healing. And it's an eclipse in Taurus, which makes sense that we got the Empress because she is the earth healer. Animals love her. Children love her. The planet loves her. She really does a lot of healing with the earth. She does a lot of manifesting. She's an amazing card. It's an amazing card. She is an amazing energy. And she is like the healer. So very tapped in, getting ready to birth some new things. So it's going to bring a lot of healing to us here in America and a lot of healing to our elections. Above this, we got a victory card, you guys. We got a victory card. So this blood moon eclipse is going to be bringing some healing and some victories to the United States, to our elections. So that's really good. That's really good because we need it. We need that, right? So it's going to bring healing and victories. That's what it's going to do. Now, across from that, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is, he's hyper-focused on the Pentacles. And above that, we have fairness and balance being distributed. These scales are being balanced. This guy who has plenty of abundance is out, and he's doling out abundance to those in need to balance the karmic scales. And this guy is just sitting there. He is focused right on the money. So I don't know, but what this blood moon might be doing something with our finances, you guys, that's going to create the balance. This is making me think that maybe this will be the jump start, the kickoff to Nisara Gasara or the QFS system. Do you think? I mean, and so what's driving this entire reading is the Page of Wands. And again, this guy's hyper-focused, and he's hyper-focusing on our journey. Wands are the journey, okay? Pentacles are our earthly pleasures. Anything we deem of value, money, friends, family, animals, all of those things that are of value to us. In a reading like this, it generally is specifying money. Okay, and the wands are the journey. They're our day-to-day, they're our journey. They're our day-to-day process. Yours and mine and all of ours. It's our day-to-day living. It's here, living our lives in this journey, okay? And he's hyper-focusing on that. So the energy that's pushing this entire reading forward is hyper-focus in this journey on the bad guys. Because this is the Hierophant. And to me, this is like, well, look, he's like this religious leader where he's sitting up there on his throne and people are under him and like obeying him and listening to him. And he is their contact. He is what brings them their contact through God, which is BS, right? Because we have God inside of us and we are our own unique contact straight to source, and source is in us, and we're connected to it, and it funnels through us, and the story goes on. But these religious leaders, to me, sorry, not all, but religious leaders I consider like power hungry, and they lord power over people. And so to me, this is a bad guy card, right? So the energy that's driving this is creating the hyper focus on the bad guys. So hyper focusing on the bad guys. And then above that, the Queen of Wands. Now she's a mass manifester, right? And look at her. She's got the sunflower there with her representing joy. She's sitting there. She's very independent. Look at the way she's sitting. You would have never sat like that back in the olden days, in the days of old, if you were a woman. But if you didn't care, if you weren't worried about etiquette and being all prim and proper, and you were confident in who you are, you would. I remember my great-Grammy used to sit like this in her dresses and her witchy poo boots. And she was born in the 1800s. But yeah, she used to sit like this. So anyways, yeah, she's like the mass manifester. She's very sovereign. She stands in her own power. She can manifest. She's got a lot of abilities. See her little black kitty there, you know, representing the intuitive side, right? Our intuitive nature. So she's the mass manifester. So the energy driving this reading forward is hyper focusing on the bad guys and in this case, she would be like a witch, right? So religious readers and like witchy, like bad witchery. You guys getting what I'm saying? Because you all know that I don't consider Wicca, the religion, bad, and I don't consider all witchcraft bad, but black magic is. So, and the way this is laid out, this is hyper focusing on bad guys and witchery. So I think maybe something, this is like a bunch of things all in one. So I think that we're going to maybe finally get some solid proof out there, recognized and being dealt with the things that have been going on for a long, long time with our system, our voting system. And it's not just in 2020. This has been going on for a long time. And my stating this is exactly why that woman a few weeks ago got all bent out of shape that lives in my little woke area, because she doesn't like hearing that. But it's the truth, and it comes up in the cards. So it comes up in the cards all the time, and my gut has been telling me that for a long time, ever since I watched George W. steal the election way back, way back. So yeah, it looks like maybe we're going to get some healing and some victories, some acknowledgement, some healing, some victories around this. Could even quite possibly be the day that something's announced, or maybe the day after that something's announced with our quantum financial system, or Nasara Gacera, or maybe something will start to get rolling with our finances in a more stabilized and fair way, something that brings a little more balance. So it might not be the QFS and it might not be Nasara Gacera full blown, but it might be like the beginning of a better system starting to happen, possibly. So good stuff around fixing, some victories around our voting system, probably. Good stuff around our finances, and maybe the beginning of really getting a word out there, truly getting the word out there about these crummy people. So with that, I think that leads in, we're at 14 minutes in, I think that opens the door and actually is allowing me the opportunity, a pretty good opportunity, to ask if the EBS, if we're going to see this EBS system implemented if the energies that this beautiful blood moon eclipse is bringing in is going to get the EBS rolling, or at least the truth. Because remember when we looked at the EBS, we saw that it's not going to be like what we imagined in one of my readings. It kind of showed that what it's going to do is the news is going to start telling the truth. I don't know how they're going to do that. That's what it had said back then. Now energies can change. So let's just see what we get now, because energies change. Things happen. People double cross people and shit happens all the time, right? Life happens. So I'm going to ask off of the hyper focusing on the journey and the, you know, hyper focusing on these bad guys straight up. I want to know if we're going to see the EBS rolling out, so that all of this can be openly exposed. Are we going to see that roll out between now and January 2023? Okay, so I'm asking this energy that's driving this entire journey if we're going to see the EBS system roll out between now and January of 2023. Let's see what we get there. They're holding on to it right now. They're holding on to it. A lot of work is going into this EBS system, and it looks like they're not sure when they want to roll that out just yet. So let's dig a little deeper. Let's go another card in. Getting the ending. The ending. So if there's been a lot of work that's gone into this, can you guys see this? If there's been a lot of work that's gone into this and they're holding on to doing it right now, and then we get an ending card, does that mean that they've decided to do it in another way? What does this ending card mean? I want a little more clarification on what it is that they're ending. Is the EBS going to happen? I mean, is that they decided not to do it? So, is the EBS still going to happen? Because this ending, I need more story on that. Let's see. The Fool. Have faith. It's going to be celebrations. And the Queen of Pentacles. Something might happen. Something might happen so that the EBS system doesn't happen. There may be a different way. There may be a different way that they're going to do this, you guys. So they're hanging on to this whole EBS system. They're hanging on to that. A lot of work has gone into it. They did do a lot of work, but they're kind of holding on right now. They're holding on, not unsure. It may, can't even get the card. It may not happen. It may not happen at all. The EBS system might not happen at all. But instead what we got was the Fool. So a big event may happen. A big event. This is a higher arcana. So a big event may happen that shifts things so that you don't need the EBS system, because something else will bring this all into light. I know that sounds weird, and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just reading the cards, you guys. I don't know. So something may happen that shifts things, that brings all of this into light, that isn't going to be like the EBS system. It will be a celebration. And it possibly could come from a woman in power. A woman in power. Something big may break. Something big may happen that will create like a celebration, because we will be learning about all of this stuff, but not via not like an EBS system, not like we had imagined. They're still holding on to that right now. They may not have to use it because something may happen that will bring all of this into light as it is, and may be coming into our knowing via a powerful woman. Something to do with a powerful woman. I mean, I don't know, you guys. I'm just reading the cards. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So as far as something really healing happening with the election, oh, I'm getting a strong ringing in my ears right now. As far as something really healing happening with our election and a victory, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask the question, you know, are we going to get enough good guys put in so that we can get the bad guys out? Straight up, that's what I want to know. Are enough of the good guys going to get in our nation so that we can get the bad guys out? It says it's a victory, so I'm looking at that. The Devil. And the King of Pentacles. You guys. It says it will be a victory. We get the bad guys and the King of Pentacles. Says we're going to have a victory. I asked, are we going to get enough good guys in so that we can get the bad guys out? First up, we got the Devil. We got the ties that bind, but then we got the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is like an amazing card. Very, very noble. Very, very noble. You guys, it might be right down to the wire. But it might be something like, there's a lot of these guys that get in, but a lot of these guys get in too. And then for whatever the reason, we got to walk away from this. Why would we have to walk away from the outcome? Are they gonna catch them cheating? Oh, are they going to catch the cheats this time? I mean, it says a victory and healing. And it does say that it's going to bring attention and hyper focus to the bad guys. So that's what the energy was driving this reading. So, are we gonna catch, is there gonna be a very blatant catch in the cheating this time? Undeniable cheating, being caught, brought forward. There's going to be a lot of cheating and darkness around this, and the information's going to get out somehow. Holy shit. Yeah. Moving fast. It's going to be well known. So that's what's going to be healing. We're going to see all of the ugliness with this election. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hope it doesn't, feel too freaky for people. So that's what I'm getting anyway. I'm getting that it's going to be incredibly healing and it will create a victory. that this entire election and this blood moon is shining a light on all of the bad guys, hyper focused on it. And that it's going to, we also have like the healing around our finances coming out too. So that's all good stuff. Now, when I dug in a little deeper and I asked about the EBS, it looks like that may not have to happen because a big event might happen. A big event that's going to bring forward truths. So we might not have to like go about it in the way of EBS. And, you know, may not have to go about it in the way of EBS. Celebrations will happen. Powerful woman. Powerful woman. A powerful woman may be part of this, okay? So then when I looked into the celebrations and stuff around our votes, we got a lot of dark cards, you guys. We got the devil and, you know, we got secrets and all of this stuff. But we also did get the noble card. We got the noble, King of Pentacles. And we got information getting out there. She's bringing it to you straight. And we may have to walk away from our votes, you guys. We may have to walk away from them for a little bit. But energy, you know, energy bringing forth truth is moving fast. So I don't know, you guys. I don't think it's going to be, it doesn't look to me like the voting is going to be fun. You know, at first it's not going to be fun. It doesn't look like it's going to be. It looks like we may, right now as the energy stands, we may see some nefarious deeds. And right now as the energy stands anyways. But I think that it feels planned. Like it feels like whatever we see is planned. Before I get off here, I'm 27 minutes in. But geez, I've got to ask, you know. I've got to ask. Is what we see around our election. I want to know. Is whatever happens with our election a white hat operation? I want to know. I want to know. Is whatever happens with our election in the hands of the good guys? That's what I want to know. Is whatever happens with our election here in the United States tomorrow in the hands of the good guys, the guys that have the highest and greatest good for humanity, for intentions, only and always? Is it in their hands? Do they have control of it? All right, let's see. Wow. Yes. Yeah, they've got control of it. We have a lot of higher arcana cards here. But yes, it is in control. I asked and I got an ace. I got an ace. So yes, it's in control of the good guys. There is going to be a whole death and rebirth with this voting system, you guys. It's death and rebirth with this voting system. It's time to break new ground. Okay. The moon, we got the moon. The moon wants to cross this way of doing things over. And there have been deals already, things being looked at already for new systems. This old way is wanting to be crossed over. Something new is being born, which makes sense with this death and rebirth card too, you guys, right? And then, you know, across from that, the star where the miracles happen. This is universal karmic. You know, the star, this is ground in heaven into earth. Something So something is going to happen down the road with the way that we vote that is of a higher frequency and doesn't have all of the ability to cheat, and that's why they're doing, that's why they're working to create the death and the rebirth. And then we'll be looking out at something brand new and feeling really good about it. So yes, it's in the hands of the good guys, you guys, and you can see that this is all we've got 4 major arcana cards. This is karmic. This has got to happen. So get out and vote tomorrow. Get out and vote. It's probably some sort of a sting operation. We need as many votes as possible so that they can blatantly prove whatever it is that they're proving. Because remember in that last set of cards, it said we're going to see a lot of the darkness. And of course, this is the eclipse. With an eclipse, you go into the dark to face the dark, to bring the darkness back and up to the surface so that you can heal the darkness, right? So you guys, that's what I got anyways. That's what I got right now as it stands. So big effects from the eclipse. There's big things going on with our votes tomorrow. And with that last reading that I did, and it said that it's wanting, what did I do? November, and I got the moon right above the community, and it said it's wanting to cross something over. It's wanting to put an end to something that we do as a community. And then we just got this where the vote, we're talking about the votes. So I don't know that it's saying that we won't be able to go out to vote. Now that I've gotten this, I'm wondering if it's saying that this will maybe be the last time we vote like this. Because with this, enough stuff is going to come up so that we'll be crossing that way of voting over. And we'll be bringing in something much more high frequency for the next time. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, until next time, guys, with the next reading, I'm going to look into Nova Scotia and martial law. And I'll probably look into our martial law while I'm looking at Nova Scotia's. Okay, you guys, until next time, much love, much love, much love. Tons and tons and tons of love from me to all of you. Stay in that love vibration. Keep your vibration up. Keep projecting good things. And wow, yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. We will see, you guys. All right, until next time, many blessings and much love. All right.